the mission is very, very, very small. It's extremely small. When I was there, it was about an hour and a half from one end to the other. And then towards the end of my mission, we lost 2 stakes and gained 1 more stake. It was Temecula stake. And so it has shrunk like considerably even more. We've lost Orange County. We've lost a lot of areas. So we're really, really small, but we've actually grown in number of missionaries. So the work is like really hastening there. It's crazy. And members are very helpful. They love the missionaries. Well, it depends on the area, but for the most part. It's also a very affluent mission. So we were one of the first missions before it was mandated by the church for everyone to have handbags. No backpacks were allowed because a lot of our church members were, higher up in their companies and more professional, and they expected professionalism from their missionaries. So that's something that's interesting. Oh, it's right next to the ocean, perfect weather. Before my mission, I looked up the weather, and it said that it was literally the perfect weather in all the world. So I wore a jacket, like a light, windbreaker, twice my entire mission. Like, it's beautiful, 70 degrees year-round, unless you're in Temecula. Okay, it's Temecula in the summer, 120 degrees. It's ridiculous. So loose clothing in the summer if you're going to be in the desert of Temecula, because when you're inland, it's perfect weather. But then when not inland, when you're coastal, it's perfect weather. But then when you're inland, it's gets hotter. Another thing about California, if you're not familiar with it, is June gloom. It's very cloudy the month of June, very foggy. Could be a little nippier, but I liked it. I didn't wear a jacket. That was nice. So our mission is right in between the San Diego Temple and the Newport Beach Temple. So actually on our California Carlsbad insignia, little thing, it's like a picture with our name on it. There's a picture of the Newport Beach Temple and the San Diego Temple. So it's like literally smack dab in the middle. Since the mission shrunk, I'm not quite sure how far outside of our mission it is now, but when I was there, both temples are about 10 minutes outside of the mission. So we would have quarterly visits to the temple, depending where you were. If you were the southern, you went to San Diego, northern, you went to Newport Beach. Let's see here. Oh, languages. We need more languages, I feel like. Because California, you have so many people from all around the world. You have people from Asia, you have people from the Pacific Islands, you have people from Mexico, because it's only about an hour away from the border. So we have Spanish-speaking missionaries, we have Tagalog-speaking missionaries, we have Mandarin-speaking missionaries, and I feel we really strongly need Farsi-speaking missionaries. I don't know if they've gotten some already, but there were so many people from Iran, it was crazy. And it's a good idea to pick up a few phrases that you can start with contacting people. Like I learned how to contact in Spanish and in Farsi and in, what other languages? I don't think I learned Mandarin. I don't remember the other languages, but I learned a couple languages. Just simple things like, hey, we're the missionaries, the Book of Mormon is it's about Jesus Christ, and other missionaries who speak better Spanish or Tagalog than I do can tell you more. What's your address? What's your phone number? So things like that. If you don't learn it before, you will definitely learn it there. So just write it down when you learn it. I kept a tally in my, and preached my gospel on the language section. You have that blank spot on the back of that chapter. I kept a tally of all the things I was learning. Yeah, and it's also good to learn about the culture of those countries too. So I taught a couple people who were Muslim, and they have a lot of the same values that we do. And that's something that really attracts them to our religion. So yeah, so it's very important to know about that. So one thing that the Carlsbad Mission did, that I hope they're still doing, is we would, when we would track, which by the way, well, I'll talk about that in a minute. When we would track, we would get maps of our area, and we would section them off, usually divide them by roads as boundaries, and we would color different pieces of our map. So you have like a green area, purple area, orange area, and then we get notebooks to coordinate those colors. And then on those notebooks, so for example, if you're in the orange area, you would have the orange notebook, and you go to the orange area, and you just spend all day in the orange area. You would, beforehand, your area book would be color-coded. You would find all the less actives there, you find all the potential investigators there, and you'd be prepared. You would just spend the whole day in orange. And when you go tracking, you would write down the street name at the top of the page, and then you would write down the house numbers. And then on the house number, you would write down if someone answered and they were friendly but not interested. That's a NIF, not interested, friendly. There's different codes. And if no one's there, you just leave it blank. And then you go back to that street until you talk to everyone. And then you would just talk to every single person, every single house, and you would document it. So that way, no one was lost. Everyone was found. Everyone had opportunity. And so that's something that we did, and the longest area I was in, we did that, and I was whitewashed in, and we started that for that area, and by the time I left, so I was there 3 transfers, by the time I left, we had knocked on 3/4 of all the doors in that area. Went a little stir crazy because we weren't getting any results, but that was the thing I was going to go back to. Be creative. If you're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result, you're going to go insane. That's the definition of insanity. So I would do crazy things like dress up as characters or prophets from the Book of Mormon, and go to members' homes and do little skits and lessons with them. Just try to get people excited. Try to work with the members. Try to be creative. Be yourself. Bring your talents. And yeah.